Redditors who are married to Karens, how is it like? Divorced Karen. Haven't had a need to see a manager since. Thank you. But it is my favorite when family members or boyfriends swing by later to tell me they're sorry for Karen's behavior and that I'm doing a great job. Ha, I've been there too. Always makes me laugh. Also content knowing that those close to Karens are well aware they are indeed Karens. Once a COVID of Karens appears, run for the hills. A collection of Karens is called a migraine. Heard it called a complaint once. The one I heard was an entitlement of Karens. Blink 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 bliving 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 blink blink blink. Sending out and so's. To the world, I'm sending out an. So's to the world. I hope that someone gets my. None of them are on here, they're on shared Facebook accounts named Karen Dave Smith. This exploded more than I could imagine. Thanks for the awards and my first gold. I actually know a Karen and Dave Smith. She's not a Karen though. Their daughter is a shit though. Sometimes it skips a generation. My mom is a literal Karen, as in, it's her name. But she's like a bizarro Karen. She will constantly ask to speak with managers and supervisors and bosses. But when said managers arrive, she unloads about the employee helping her out was fantastic, hardworking and friendly. And then she'll spend 20 minutes trying to figure out if she and the manager know someone in common. 9 times out of 10 they do. As a kid it would embarrass me, as an adult it's one of my favorite things about her. She makes people feel good about the work they do and it's really special to watch how wonderful she makes people feel. Plus she's got long gorgeous silver hair. Edit, Karen and I are crying with all the love and support. She's a wonderful lady. And to give my fair city a much needed boost, these Karen as a lifelong Philadelphian. Thank you all for making mine and my mom's day. Stay safe out there. A Karen. My sister is a Karen. She spent her life working with the disabled and is currently an essential worker. Not married to a Karen, but married someone with a Karen for a sister. Sil is the freaking worst. I hate more than anything going out to dinner with her, listening to her order food and talk to the servers. Holidays are also terrible. She sends out long lists of expected gifts list. She celebrates every holiday and birthday specifically for presents even when it's not appropriate. Funny thing is one time I was away from the dinner table when the bill came and Sil waited for me to return to pay the bill by actually handing it to me. She didn't give it to her sibling Miso or pay her half, but expressly handed it to me to pay. BTW, her husband is an idiot and they are a match made in heaven. Edit, I'm sorry to disappoint everyone, but yes I did pay. There are many reasons as to why, but the biggest one is that it got me out of the restaurant faster. Also, it helps me control the tip. Another time we went to a family brunch where the bill was split, Karen Sil waited to see what other people tipped so she could lower the overall tip percentage for the waitress to what Sil thought was deserving. We didn't know this until afterwards when she bragged about it later so no one even knew to stop her. And she is invited to these family meals because she has 2 children we want a relationship with, so she has that emotional blackmail card. It is the absolute best. I love my wife. Edit, I didn't write that. Blink twice if you're being held captive. Edit, he seems to be held captive, he's under quarantine. Blink 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 blink. 6 blinks. This is worse than we thought. Why is she getting ropes and a car battery? Run. Bass drop. My sister is a Karen. Everyone feels so sorry for her husband. Everything is his fault. He is treated like a slave. She only addresses him by yelling. She constantly insults him. We have no idea why he hasn't divorced her or flipped out and attacked her. We have all told her to cool it and her response is that he's just so stupid. I could go on and on, but my sister really is a horrible person. It's 4 p.m., time for your dick flattening. Yes, honey. Not married to one. But mom was a major Karen back when I was growing up. Mom, can we just go? Was my favorite question. Then the apologetic nod as we leave the store. I really relate to this. All throughout my childhood it happened. I remember being an embarrassed 11-year-old walking around apologizing for my mom's behavior in stores and restaurants. It sucked. It's supposed to be the other way around. Edit, grammatical correction. Added throughout and embarrassed and punctuation. I know a couple with a Karen. She blamed him for everything. The husband was, in our opinion, something of a saint. Hashtag X200B, once she broke a glass in the kitchen, came and sat back down at the table, and said that was your fault. We all just stared at her. She looked sheepish and said I knew that one probably wouldn't work. Hashtag X200B, they're divorced, now. I guess even saintliness has its limits. Hashtag X200B, edit. And now for the you can't make this up singer. Her first name is really and truly Karen. I knew that one probably wouldn't work. LMFAO. That somehow makes it worse. That she's aware of it and consciously makes the decision to scapegoat her husband. Although maybe she was just offending to poke fun at herself. My husband's ex is Karen. She's a classic narcissist. When one of our feral hens started acting aggressive towards other hens, my stepson named her Karen. Edit, wow, the most upvotes I've ever had. No awards, though. Ha. Also, we live on Kauai, so we differentiate between feral chickens and the ones cage raised for food and/or eggs. We have 5 or so roosters, 8 or so hens, 3 of which have 4, 6, and 8 chicks. We feed the adults oats and scraps and the chicks get chick starter until they can eat other stuff. We really love them. Except the roosters. They're righteous bastards. I accidentally ate my dog's ass last week. I was supposed to wash her but I slipped a little. Curiously though, her ass tasted just like a goat's ass. P.S. I think that chicken's name should have been Carhen. H on ESTLY, she's perfect. She makes me so happy. So happy you found love. Soon. Oh my god, I'm blind. You expected the first letter to be capitalized and then your brain went, nothing wrong here. And ignored it. I am amused in a lighthearted sort of way. Not the married to one, but my mom's a Karen. Literally overreacts to everything. Whenever something doesn't go her way, you guessed, gotta speak to the manager or whoever is in charge. Sometimes really embarrassing to go out in public with her because she'll just yell at the service workers for the smallest of things. Also, she has a bob cut. My mom was a Karen for a while. She literally didn't realize it until my brother and I started calling her out on it when we were early teens because we're embarrassed. She made genuine efforts to change, and a few years later was the sweetest woman you ever meet. Just saying, Therese Hope. Close friends' parents are assholes, but she's really sweet. She learned bad behavior from parents, so she would be super rude when we went out, if she didn't get her way, etc., but never to friends. I told her about it, and she was sort of receptive but didn't really get it, so I started pointing it out at restaurants. Mary, that's super rude, WTF, dude, Mary, chill, sis, stuff like that. Probably super annoying, but I made my point. She very quickly realized she was being a dick, and she changed. If someone is a good person but they're being a dick, it helps to have a chat first. Maybe they just don't realize it. Not married to one, but my aunt is. My uncle is this soft-spoken giant. He never stands up to her in any way. Except once. At their daughter's wedding, she was about to interrupt the ceremony to close a window because she was chilly. Everyone sitting close could hear her whisper, "I'm going to do it, but I don't want to be an asshole." My uncle, in a calm, quiet tone, says quickly, "Why stop now?" Almost as if his filter just missed this one. I swear I could hear my dad snort 2 rows back, trying to hold in laughter. Karen was not happy. My mom's a Karen. She is self-aware she is a Karen. My siblings and I send her memes about it. When my stepdad divorced her last summer, we were all amazed he lasted 17 years, to be honest. None of us like going out with her, it's terrible, and my husband just straight up tells her, "No, you aren't talking to the manager when we go in a place." I'll tell you guys a story my step told us. They are farmers and own a small beef and beef farm. They have a store they go to for beef supplies. The owner called my stepdad, asked him to please be the one to pick up their stuff because his staff was tired of dealing with my mom. He is the only one who went to the store for the next 5 years. Don't think there's any Karen's husbands on Reddit, they're probably all on Facebook. Or divorced. And when they are, it's mentioned in their bio. My wife is named Karen. She's a nurse, she's nice. Kinda shy. Karen.